will control the vertical.
Welcome to Anthologic, the TV anthology podcast. I am your host, Mark. Anthologic is a podcast dedicated to exploring the good, the bad, and the odd of horror, science fiction, and the best of mystery suspense anthology shows and series on TV. Join me as we slip through the cracks of reality to approach the extremes of experience, where we can peruse the stories and art of a sinister fairground of strange and wonderful rides. And now we go on to the show that is the focus of this particular episode. Welcome to this episode of Anthologic with your host Mark. We are talking about a series for children called The New Tales from the Cryptkeeper. Now, this is a bit of a cheat. This is actually the third season of Tales from the Cryptkeeper, which we did cover on a previous episode. I talked about season 1, episode 1, While the Cat's Away. Quite a good one, if I remember rightly. And the animation styles are quite similar, but this is actually, they just rebranded the whole show as New Tales from the Cryptkeeper for season 3. So this is something I've already covered, but as it's got a different title, I thought it was reasonably valid enough for me to cover the first episode of this. This one is called Sharon Sharalike. And now, in the earlier ones, certainly in the first episode we talked about, they were clearly based on stories from old EC comics. For example, The While the Cat's Away was based on a Vault of Horror comic, one of the stories in the Vault of Horror. And if you scan through season 1 episodes, quite a lot of them are based on various EC comics like The Tales from the Crypt, Crypt of Terror, and so on, Haunt of Fear. Season 2, that kind of changed. They seem to be more just written for the show, and season 3 is much the same. And as I say, this one's called Sharon Sharalike, and it involves creepy dolls. We basically see an 8-year-old called Shauna who isn't happy sharing with her younger sister Katie. I think Shauna's meant to be 8, Katie's meant to be 5. It's animated, okay, just so we know. And their father is away in New York, and I think Katie actually calls it U-Nork, just for comedy effect. A doll gets delivered apparently from her father, but the Crypt Keeper is the postman delivering it. It has to be said. That suggests something's going on. The doll is meant for sharing. It's called Sharon Sharalike, but Shauna steals it, and then the doll starts pursuing her. And she hammers home that she does not like people that don't share. So the whole episode is basically this kind of scary night of being chased by this doll who looks kind of okay when it's just sitting there, but as soon as it starts moving, it looks creepy as hell. And in the end, Shauna's so terrified she vows to always share with her sister. And you're never sure if that's true. She thinks she's about to be attacked by the doll, and it's her mother, Shauna's mother, pulling back the covers saying, "Did you sleep okay?" And then we see another bit where we hear the mother in another room. The mother is in another room, hears the two girls, and it sounds like they're not sharing again. But when she goes in to see, they're just making a joke about not sharing, and they're laughing, and they're happy. So they've learnt to share. And that is the moral of this story, and it's a really simple, straightforward story, isn't much to say. It originally aired first time on CBS on September the 11th, 1999, to give it a date. So this was about 25 years ago. And, it's fairly primitive. It's okay. Much like the earlier ones, you can get it on YouTube. I think every single episode is on YouTube for this season, so you can see for yourself. It's clearly a children's sort of program, though. Just to talk about this particular season, season 3 consisted of 13 episodes in all. Now, each of the seasons have always been 13 episodes, so that was nothing unusual. So there are 39 in all, if you just take Tales from the Cryptkeeper as a more general thing. And it aired on various other international markets in France, Netherlands, UK. There was a Spanish dub version was put out in various places. So yeah, kind of interesting. Okay, not much really to say, I've got to be honest. And it was okay. This is probably the shortest episode I'm going to do, because really I haven't got much to say about it. It worked. It'd be all right for kids. It looked a bit grainy, but then it was from YouTube, so that might be the reason it looked that way. But the animation was fairly primitive anyway. So yeah. Okay, I'm not going to say much more. There's really nothing much of note about this one, so I'm going to wind up there. Before I go, may I ask, is anybody out there?
I'm not.
We now return control of your television set to you until next week at this same time, when the control voice will take you to